In a related matter, city workers protested at San Francisco City Hall today over their personal data being shared with private companies. While city employees already must have their fingerprints on file with the Departments of Justice, hacks in recent months on large companies such as Target and Sony left many concerned that thumbprints and other biometrics are too personal to be entrusted with a third party. Pacifica's Mike Cohn files this report from San Francisco City Hall.
As security guards for San Francisco's art museums gathered at City Hall, they were chanting and holding signs to protest the use of their thumbprints to clock in and out of work. For more than 2 years, the De Young and Legion of Honor have been using a Kronos time clock, with which privately employed personnel use their thumbprints to punch in and out of work. But many people who work at these museums are employees of the city and have still been using a personal PIN number to clock on. That is until recently, when the museum switched policies and is now asking for every hourly worker to use their thumbprint. Rayanna Johnson, a security guard for the Fine Arts Museum, explains why she feels insecure with Kronos keeping her prints on file.
Well, everybody's getting hacked nowadays. So there's this privacy issue. We don't know what they're going to, what can happen if our fingerprints are hacked. And, it's not like a social security number or, where you can replace it. Once your fingerprint is gone, how do you replace a finger? So that's our major concern.
The protesters were joined by Supervisor Eric Marr to support the workers' rights to privacy.
I think many of us know that when we're fingerprinted, it raises serious concerns about our privacy rights, about respect for us as workers in a place like the Fine Arts Museums, but also whether the city supports and respects the hard work that people put in day after day in our museums, not only the Legion of Honor, but also the De Young.
Marr went as far as to label the system as a Big Brother type, but management of the Fine Arts Museum disagrees. Ken Garcia, Director of Government and Community Affairs, claims that Kronos does not have any personal data.
This system uses a fingerprint that it translates into a mathematical representation, such as a binary number. It doesn't store the fingerprint, so it can't be used in any other way. There is no data extracted or exchanged.
Garcia also explained why management believes it must implement the Kronos system now.
Well, we had an audit done about approximately 3 years ago by the City and County of San Francisco in which they asked us to improve our payroll accounting methods. So we looked at the various systems and we came up with the one that is the most effective one we could find, and that is the biometric timekeeping system. The reason that biometrics are so efficient is that they can't be faked. There's no mistake about when an employee is clocked in and clocked out.
Larry Bradshaw, SF Vice President of the Service Employees International Union, says that the new policies are discriminatory.
Why does a museum need one that requires your fingerprints? It's because they disrespect you, because they're criminalizing you. They're treating you like you're a criminal when you come to work. And I have a problem with the museum management, an almost entirely white management, a guard force that's 90% African American and people of color. What they're telling the workers is, we don't trust you.
From San Francisco City Hall, for Pacifica Radio, KPFA News, I'm Mike Cohn.